Houston Sports Talk back in the video today into the Houston Astros shut out the Philadelphia Phillies 1-0 in the first game of a 3-game series in the 2022 World Series rematch. Great win for the Astros 1-0. This was a really bad offensive performance with only 1 run scored and 5 hits, but the great thing about this performance offensively is that this is the perfect game to have a game like this where you're only scoring 1 run and 5 hits. A game where Framber Valdez is pitching and the 2 guys in the bullpen of Brian Abreu and Josh Hader are following him. This is the perfect game to do this. In the last 2 games of the series against the Angels, where Ryan Gusto or Brandon Walter were on the mound, that is not the game you want to only score 1 run. Now, fortunately, Astros did only score 1 run in one of those games, and the Brandon Walter started on Saturday. But the Astros, of course, are maybe going to be a little rusty after putting up 8 runs and 13 hits on Sunday and then having the day off. But I am excited to see what the Astros could potentially do tomorrow. With maybe, having a game like this. Sometimes when the Astros have a game like this where they do really bad offensively, they can get going offensively the next game. And that is great that they're having a game like this offensively where they did so poorly, and it's a win. Because when they hit well, they usually win ball games. And so you'd hope that will be this series as well. But all the Astros have to do is win 1 more in the next 2 games, and they will continue the streak of which will make it 10 series without a serious loss. And, unbelievable job this Astros team has done at home this year so far. They do, improve to 46-33 overall, but it's now 20-13 at home. But so 1-0 is the final score. 5 hits for the Astros, 4 for the Phillies. So it wasn't like the Phillies did any good in this game either. They were worse than the Astros, which is hard to do. 2 errors for the Astros that really hurt. Isaac Paredes had one of those, rare error for him this year. And then goes to Brian Abreu. 2 and 3 now. Pitches the 8th, gets to strikeout. Gets the win because of Cooper Hummel's 8th inning. Hummel's 8th inning home run. Loss goes to Suarez. He pitched fantastic. I feel bad for this guy today. 6-2 You see that you hate to see this because he pitched so well, was killing the Astros. 7 2/3, 4 hits given up, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. He was killing the Astros, and of course he makes one mistake and gives up the home run to Cooper, and he gets the loss because this offense just could not back him up today. That's great to see for the Astros, though. Save goes to Josh Hader, his 20th this season. That's 20 consecutive saves for Josh Hader to start the season. That is unbelievable. That's definitely better than last year. He didn't even have a save to start off the season. First game of the season last year against the New York Yankees, he blew a save. So, But today, not much damage given up. He did hit a batter. He hit Sosa. I believe, it was Sosa he hit. But outside of that, it was perfect. 2 strikeouts, no hits given up, no earned runs, no walks. ERA goes to 1.78 for Josh Hader. Scoring summary. There was only 1 score in this game, so not much to go over. It was a Cooper Hummel home run to right center, 390 feet, 1-0. That's the first hit for Cooper where it's like a meaningful hit. Like you saw that home run against the A's, crushed it. He crushed it against the A's. But it was a blowout win for the Astros. It really didn't mean anything at the time, that home run. This hit obviously meant something. It was a 0-0 ball game. The Astros desperately needed something at the time. Only had 3 hits in that moment. They had a hit after that, a Pena double after that, and so that was big for the Astros. That home run's going to be a play I think we look back on at the end of the season for the Astros. And if the Astros really make this season worth something, and when I say worth something, maybe a World Series, that's a home run we will look back on as well, years to come. I'm just saying I think the only way that happens is if the Astros win a World Series this year. All right. Individual batters, not much to go over. Jeremy Pena, 1 for 3, he had a double in the 8th inning, crushed it. Could have gone out, but just a little too short. He had a walk in the 6th inning. That was it for JP. Paredes had a walk in the 4th inning. Astros had 2 walks today. The 1 and 2 guys in the lineup were the 2 guys to do that. He was 0 for 3, though. Altuve, 0 for 3. He had an off day. I mean, nobody had more than 4 plate appearances outside of Isaac and Pena today. It was 3 at-bats for Altuve, 0 for 3. 3 at-bats for Jake Myers, 0 for 3, batting 307 on the year now. Jake is doing so well that he can have a 0 for 3 day and is still batting 307. Cam Smith had one of the 5 hits, 1 for 3, and infield single for Cam Smith in the 7th inning. Then Christian Walker went 0 for 3, struck out once, grounded into fielder's choice, flied out to center. Yanner Diaz was 1 for 3, single to right in the 6th inning. That was it for him. Cooper Hummel, the only guy with 2 hits today. If you would have told me that, I would have not believed you. A single to right for him in the 6th inning, Diaz to second, and the big home run for him in the 8th inning, 390 feet. Then Mauricio Dubon was 0 for 3 today. And struck out, grounded into double play, and popped out to second. Framber Valdez went an amazing 7 innings today, giving up 4 hits, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts in 92 pitches. I think it's absolutely incredible that a guy gives up 4 hits, a really bad 4 walks, and his defense gives up 2 errors, and he's still able to go 7 innings. That says a lot about Framber Valdez. I mean, you can see that it shows like how many outs Framber was able to retire with contact, whether it was like ground ball or a fly ball, and especially the fact that he went 7 innings today, recorded 21 outs, and only had 3 strikeouts. So it was 18 outs were recorded by Framber today through contact. Whether it was a ground out, double play maybe, or fly out, pop out, whatever it was. Not many guys you could see give up 4 hits, 4 walks, and 2 errors by the defense, and not many times you could see a guy give up 10 base runners and still not give up any runs and still go 7 innings. That's great by Framber. And I talked about what Brian Brady and Josh Hader did today already. They were great. Both of their ERAs dropped to 1.78 each today. So great win for the Astros. We'll see if their offense can bounce back a little bit tomorrow. That'd be great. Let me know your thoughts on the Astros win 1-0 today in the comment section, and peace out, go Astros.